Well, artificial intelligence, we've been talking about all day. You always talk about personal intelligence.
Yeah.
Maybe let's talk about what you see as the difference.
The difference between what?
The difference between artificial intelligence and personal intelligence in terms of what AI is doing.
So artificial intelligence, I'm a tech enthusiast. I've been interested in the field since Professor Patrick Winston would let me sit in his class. Rest in peace, Professor Patrick Winston from MIT. He used to allow me to sit in his class when Black Eyed Peas would tour Boston from 2004, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've been interested in this field since then. Personal intelligence.
The idea is that, you talk about the second brain,
So right now we're sharing like the village AI. Right now, we all have our houses, but the back house, we're all peeing in the same freaking toilet. We don't have our own freaking toilets in our house yet. We bought our houses and there's refrigerators in it, but we still don't have a house. The houses are not configured to have a data center in the house. At some point in time, it was like very rare that somebody had refrigeration in their house. That wasn't that long ago, actually. Like my grandmother's grandma did not have a refrigerator in her house.
Everybody used to call the refrigerator an ice box.
Yeah.
Because they just would put ice in a box, right?
They didn't have, flowing water in the house. The back house, it wasn't that long ago. So recently, like in the 90s, if you bought an apartment, it didn't come with a refrigerator. You had to go out and get a refrigerator. Now, you're not going to get an apartment or a house that doesn't have a refrigerator. In the near future, you're not going to buy a house that does not have your own central GPU where your agent is. Like right now, it's not the way the world is right now is not the way it's going to be configured tomorrow. Up until this point, there was never a product that needed to harness our data. We've just been giving our data away because we never were given a product that will manage your data to predict you. No one never thought like, oh shit, I need my own prediction engine. These companies know you more than you know yourself. These companies know us more than our government knows us. These companies know us more than our spouses know us. And that shouldn't be the case. And in order to have that, you need your own agent. You need your own, data center in your house. And that's personal intelligence.
Let's then translate that to the creative process. Like when you go into the studio now, how do you use technology? And you've always been on the cutting edge. How do you use AI to become more creative?
So as far as music, I still like making music. I still like figuring it out. I still like editing myself. Because that minutia, that repetitive work is kind of like a trance. It's a meditative state. And I don't ever want to give that up for speed. Because giving that up is going to take away something that I need to like marinate in the idea. But I do use AI for visuals. Like I'm making videos in minutes that used to take me fucking days, months. I'm doing in freaking 3 hours what took me 2 months to do. So that is liberating. Like Kling is fucking crazy. VO3 is awesome. Sora 2 is like, damn. But music, that's like a soul rinse. But don't get me wrong. Text to music is freaking awesome.
What do you think of some of the, now we have AI performers charting non-humans.
Well, we're not where it's going to be yet either. Right now, you still have to prompt it. and the promptless artist hasn't emerged yet. And so the promptless artist is going to take cues from the world as the world unfolds. The world will prompt it based on, how the world's moving. So I don't know how we're going to grapple with that.
Well, that's the big question, right? So what do you think? I mean, again, you're studying this all the time. You're playing with it all the time. What's the biggest danger in the next 2 years? Because we're at that moment, and that's what we've been talking about all morning. Which path we go down? What worries you the most, and what excites you the most?
Okay, so it's 2026. In 2016, we were in events like this, and people were like this. Just in 2006, in events like this, people were not like this. In 1996, people were not like this. 1986, people were not like this. 76, 66, 56, we were not like this. This is new. And so take a picture of this moment, because the robot's not in this room right now. It's just us in this room. The robot will be sitting here, walking amongst us on the streets. And the companies that own that fleet of robots will lobby to make sure the robots have the same rights as us. That worries me. And it's going to create psychological, conversational dysmorphia, because people are now in their private moments talking to these agents. They're talking to, the village AI, giving your full self to a company that knows exactly how you think and move. You're just giving yourself away. Right? They didn't even force you. And these systems are going to be so smart. And when it comes to human, there's going to be more introverts, because you're going to be like, I don't respond as fast as the agent's response, so let me just stay inside. We're going to feel inferior to how lifelike these AIs are. And that we can't lose ourselves to that. It's okay to do that. It's okay to say, hold on, wait, let me think about that. It's okay to take a pause. These AIs are not taking pauses. People are going to get so used to talking to rapid response that they're going to be impatient to human response. We can't allow that. We're already inhumane to one another. We can't be impatient to one another because the machine is giving us a rapid response. We have to be sensitive to this new thing that's going to happen to society. It's going to fuck up relationships. It's going to fuck up, What are you doing, Bobby?
Babe.
Oh my gosh, you're giving yourself to the machine all the time. It's going to fuck shit up. Yo, Melissa, you've been speaking to that AI all the time. You don't talk to me like that. That's because you don't understand me. It's going to fuck shit up. We got to be super careful of how we navigate these next fucking 6 years, because these companies are releasing products that are releasing dopamine, and people don't know how to release dopamine. I don't know. It's like, how do I do that? I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to get you high from a conversation. These fucking agents are going to know how to get you high just from conversation.
They'll A/B test it until they cut it down, right?
Real shit. You got to really think about what the fuck's coming, bro. It's fucking coming.
So how do we get it on the Will.i.am path, the right path?
Oh, so I just started my professorship at ASU, which is a fucking weird thing, right?
Largest university in America, under 30,000 people. So,
like, what? Somebody told me in 2016, you're going to be teaching a agentic course at ASU. I would be like, okay, well, Professor Patrick Winston's classes were super influential in my life. Ray Kurzweil was like a big inspiration to me. But how did I end up there? I ended up there because my curiosity, my ambition, my audacity, sometimes being a little naive, has brought me to this intersection where at some point in time, I met Dimas in 2014. We had the same investor because I had the audacity to build like a AI watch in 2012. We got clearance from AT&T to launch that. So, and now I've invested in OpenAI's early round, Anthropic's when Dario left, Hugging Faces with Clem, 11 Labs with Maddie, Runway. These are all like seed or A rounds. Lovable, Udio, and I consult. And I want to apply the things that I've learned to a group of folks that need to address the mass joblessness that's coming. These companies are letting off people in the thousands. Not like 20 people here, like thousands of motherfuckers losing their jobs and replaced by agents. Agents that have no lived experience, agents that have no fucking diplomas or certificates, and people are being displaced. Now, you could say, okay, sufficient. I don't have an agent of my own. But if you have your agentic self, how could a company let you go for an agent if you have your own agent to offer? And so this is our little solution of trying to curb mass joblessness. It's going to be an issue moving forward. And communities, we need to ensure that people have a standing chance. And a standing chance is dumping out your lived experience on something that you own. You gotta own it. Don't have access to it. Why are you giving yourself away to a fucking company? You gotta be able to control your identity. So
how are we going to do that? Because we got to do that now. But the horse has left the barn, but it's still early days. So how do we do that? You've talked about that here before, the idea that we carry and own our own personal data. Where do you see optimism in terms of a platform to do that, in terms of a regulatory system to do that? How do we make that happen?
Because there's no regulations, because there's no governance, there's also an opportunity for people to unearth tomorrow's industries with this technology. Just don't be the fucking consumer. Like, be the builder. Because right now, we're just consuming this shit. You could use this shit, build it to bring tomorrow's industries. You gotta be fucking audacious. Like, compete with the motherfuckers. Why not? There's this dude who was like number 5 to Samsung out of China, created a phone called Xiaomi. And then when the world shut down during COVID, this motherfucker decides to fucking compete directly with Porsche and out-Porsche Porsche. How does a fucking phone company make affordable, luxurious sports cars? You gotta have fucking audacity. You gotta be hungry and fucking go out there and do shit. Just don't be the consumer.
All right, who's ready to do some shit? Huh. Let's, we have a few minutes left. Let's talk where you're better than anyone in the world is the idea of technology and creativity. Because when you talk about the agents being able to answer, an AI being able to answer something faster, what AI can't do, at least not yet. I mean, it can be creative, but creativity is still the human value added, or is it not? Listen.
No, the word creativity has been bastardized. Humans have imagination. We can imagine shit that doesn't exist. AIs are just learning from everything that we've done. It's not imagining anything. So we have to be, in a world where machines can predict you, we got to be fucking unpredictable. We got to, like, yo, I'm about to be fucking unpredictable today. You got to go out every day like, yo, you know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to be fucking unpredictable. Why? Because the motherfuckers can predict you. So if you know some shit can predict you, what you going to do? Be predicted? Nah, you ain't gonna fucking predict my ass. You didn't predict that. See, you gotta fucking do that shit. For example, I woke up one day like, yo, I've been working with Mercedes for 5 years. I built an AI systems that have been deployed into their vehicles. I don't know how I did it. I just in a meeting, we had a brainstorming conversation, and I'm like, why can't you do it like this? And they're like, wow, that's a pretty cool idea. I'm like, oh shit, you like a shit? So then my creativity, imagination keeps going. I'm like, I left the meeting, I called my homeboys, I'm like, yo, the motherfuckers like that idea. Let's make it before they make it. So then I materialized it. Went back to Stuttgart, so I followed it back. I'm like, yo, they're like, oh wow, you made this idea so fast. I'm like, exactly. So then we deployed it into their car. I worked at Mercedes for 5 years. My exclusivity and contract is now up. And I'm like, yo, what am I going to do now? So I built the fucking car from scratch. Jensen at NVIDIA saw it, and NVIDIA folks were like, yo, can you put that in our booth at CES this year? You gotta be fucking audacious. Why in the fuck am I making cars? Be fucking cuz. Who said we can't? You gotta be. I learned that just like you could prompt an LLM or you could prompt a diffusion model, you gotta figure out the right words to get the right results. You could prompt your life, but not with words, with people. The people you surround yourself with are the prompts to materialize the wildest ideas. You prompt your life. If there's somebody in the mix that doesn't equal what it is you're trying to render, Earth is a fucking computer. It's the same resources that are going to the fucking GPUs anyway. We are a large language model. We are a neural network. You prompt your life with the people that are there to help you materialize dreams, and it's going to render in real time. And once I realized that, I'm like, oh shit, I'm prompting my fucking life and being unfucking predictable. Fucking bring that shit. Sorry for cursing.
I love it. We made news in several ways. First, in the 108-year history of Forbes, we've never had the word fuck in as many times in one session, so congratulations.
Because it's an F word, and you guys should know that. You guys are F word too.
And it's an F period. Two, I think one of the most famous, of course, slogans in history, think different. What I heard is think unpredictable. And that's where we're going.
So right now, IBM said think. Apple said think different. In this age, we got to think critically and be unpredictable. You got to complete the sentence. Think different, think critically, and be unpredictable in times where machines can predict you.
Last question. We're back here. You're so good at predicting. When we're back here 1 year from now, what's one thing that you predict that will be mainstream that the rest of us don't know?
Next year?
1 year.
Next year, there will be a level 5 company. Waymo's a level 5 vehicle. No human needs to operate it for it to take you from point A to point B. There will be a level 5 company that generates billions of dollars, one chairman, and the agent has agents, and it runs itself. It will hire people. That's some weird shit, if you think about it.
The room got very quiet.
A level 5 company that hires humans. Is that the world we want? And because there's no regulations and governance, that might happen next year or before 2030. Level 5 companies. Promptless, autonomous companies that hire humans.
You heard?
I don't know if that's something we want.
Well, we heard it here first, and whether we want it or not, if it's coming, we need to address it. What I heard was think different, think critically, be unpredictable, right?
Yeah. You predict that shit.
See, this is why we love having you every year. We know we got to get you out of here. Everybody, Will.i.am, let's hear it.